The Toynbee Tiles are messages of unknown but much speculated origin found embedded in asphalt of streets in at least 24 major cities in the United States and 4 South American cities. Since the 1980s, several hundred tiles have been discovered, first being photographed in the late 1980s and their first known reference in the media being in 1994 in the Baltimore Sun. In the United States, tiles have been sighted as far west as Kansas City, as far north as Boston, and as far south as Washington, D.C. The tiles are primarily made of layers of linoleum and asphalt crack-filling compound and are roughly 30 centimeters by 15 centimeters, but sometimes considerably larger. They contain some variation of the following inscription: Toynbee idea, in movie 2001, Resurrect Dead on planet Jupiter. As well as this, some of the tiles feature cryptic political diatribes alluding to a mass conspiracy between the press, the US government, the USSR, and Jews, or implore readers to create tiles of their own. In 1983, a man identifying himself as a social worker named James Marasco contacted talk shows and newspapers with his theory of colonizing Jupiter with the dead inhabitants of Earth, claiming to have come across the idea while reading a book by 20th century British historian Arnold Toynbee. In a conversation with the Philadelphia Inquirer, Marasco discussed how Toynbee's book contained a theory on bringing dead molecules back to life, and that this was later depicted in the movie 2001, A Space Odyssey. The caller had founded what the Inquirer called the Jupiter Colonization Organization, known as the Minority Association. In a 2011 documentary, Justin Duerr said that he considered the tiles to be the work of a single person and attributed them to the reclusive Philadelphia resident Severino Verna, who Duerr believed used the name James Marasco as an alias. Severino supposedly placed the tiles through a hole in the floor of his car while broadcasting a message via shortwave radio about his theories. A tile that used to be located in Santiago de Chile mentions an address in Philadelphia. This is the former residence of alleged tilemaker Severino. The street is also covered in what the filmmakers reasoned to be practice tiles. In the early days, the tiler's sole motivation appeared to be the establishment of a human colony on Jupiter. He was apparently ignorant of the fact that Jupiter is mostly gaseous, or he perhaps hoped it could be terraformed. The ultimate goal of this colony would be to build heaven in space and physically resurrect the dead on a planet large enough to accommodate the staggering number of humans that would result from such an endeavor. The tiler evidently didn't believe in a spiritual afterlife. He believed that if one was going to exist, that it was up to human beings to physically construct it.